everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy at Attic Treasures, etc. And I have been working like crazy on my owl journal. And I know I said in my last video that the next one would be a pop-up that I wanted to make, but I haven't quite got that far yet. I actually lost my mojo for a little while, and I was just sort of chilling, and then I got it back and I've been working on it. So I wanted to show you a technique that I learned from Louisa Heinzel, and I will link her video for this technique in the description box below, because who doesn't need a little bit of Louisa Heinzel in their life once in a while? So anyway, I'll show you what I mean. Oh, and actually before I show you that technique, I wanted to show you the rest of the signature covers that I made. So this is the one I made on camera a couple of weeks ago, and I finished it off on the inside. And then I also, since then, I have created this signature cover. So it's just scrapbook paper with a doily and some music page, and then I decoupage some owls on top, and I put this little envelope here with an owl and some mushrooms. Make sure you can see that. There we go, that's a little better. And I put some feathers on there. I went to Hobby Lobby and I got a couple of packages of feathers because I thought since it's an owl journal, it'd be fun to have some feathers. And these slip out too, so whoever ends up with this journal can put them elsewhere in the journal if they want to. And then the inside on this one, I did a decoupage with just some random book pages in strips, and then covered it with napkin, and added this little guy here with the mushroom, and cut out that funky little owl there. And then I added this little boy with some wings. These are Dollar Tree wings, by the way, and you can you get the die cuts, right? Well, when you soak them, you end up with 4 layers like this, and then you get 4 for the price of 1. And then I just embossed it with some gold embossing powder. Loved the way that it looked. And then as I was making my tea this morning, I pulled out some Earl Grey tea, and I loved the crown. So I cut out one of the crowns and I put him on top of that owl's head because I just thought he needed one. So that's that signature cover, and then this is the last one. I've got the 2 owls reading the book, and another one here with a little poem on the top. And then on the inside, I just used some pages from a really old gardener's catalog book, which it has these beautiful illustrations, and then added some feathers and some owls and leaves. So the technique that I want to show you is to decorate the edges of the pages kind of all at once. And like I said, I learned this from Louisa Heinzel. So I took this one out because I didn't want it to be I didn't want to use that technique on that. So whatever pages you want to, you don't want to do this on, then you just take out of the signature. And I might rearrange some of the pages in the signature to kind of intersperse them with the other signatures when I'm done, just so I don't have some of the colors like right next to each other. But that's okay. I mean, I just really love the way this came out. So I wanted to demonstrate that on the other 2 signatures, and then show you the end result. But I just love the play of colors, and of course you can use whatever colors you want to. I wanted to use colors that were basically in the palette that I'm using in the journal. So I've got some greens, mostly browns, and mostly neutral, but I do have some blues and greens and some of the rust color here. So I'm going to take out this signature. We'll start on that one. And I don't necessarily want all of the pages, so I'm going to take this page out and this page out. And then we can work on just these pages here. I'll put this back. And then in the final signature, the 3rd one, the pages I want to take out are this, which is my my center page. And I'll leave this one in because I would like to have some of the distressing done on there. Yeah, I'll leave that one in too. Okay, so I'm just about ready to begin. So set that aside. This is exactly why I don't sew my signatures in until the very end, because you know, I never really know what all I'm going to do on them until I'm done. So I've got some binder clips here. I'm going to put on the spine part. Just dropped one on the floor. Now, if I had bigger binder clips, I would probably just put these all together like that, but this is what I've got. And then the colors that I'm going to use Distress Oxide sprays in Walnut Stain and Vintage Photo, if you can see that. And then I've got a Distress Spray Stain in Wild Honey. And then I have these two mica stains in Winter Frost and Fresh Balsam. And I hope I can get refills for these, but these were a holiday set, and I'm thinking I want to order some more if they're still available, because I really, really, really like those colors. So, why don't we start on this one first? And what she did, and what I did too, is to spray it with water, just on the edges like this. And then that way, when you spray the stains and the oxides inside, they'll kind of run along the water. Okay, so I'm going to start with Walnut Stain. I'm just going to shake it up. In fact, I might as well shake these all up and get them ready. I've got Walnut Stain Vintage Photo. Okay, so basically, you just spray along the edges of the paper, and you will get messy. And maybe a little bit more water. And you can kind of dab it if you want to. And then the next, I start with the darkest color and then tone down from there. So I'm going to spray along here too, because some of these spray marks will go away with the water, where it goes like that. Some of it's okay. I don't mind some of that, but some of it I just, you know, would prefer not to be there. But whatever, you know. And you can choose whatever color palette that you want, whatever is working for you in your journal. I wish I could get these just to dribble a little more instead of a swooshy spray. I love the oxidizing effect. So one more color. Well, actually, I'm going to dry this with my heat tool and then continue. All right, so that's fairly dry. It's a little bit damp. Now I want to add a little bit of wild honey. And spray it with some water to get the color kind of running, I guess. Oops. When you get some of that grungy, drippy look. And if it's running too much, you just take a damp or a paper towel and just dab it. And then now I want to add some of the green, this fresh balsam mica stain. As you can see, this gets all over my hands, but you know what? It washes off. I'm just kind of trying to dribble some of this on. Just to get it moving a little bit. And then for the last one, I'm going to use this Winter Frost. That was a little too much. All right, we'll get it moving. Okay, now I'm going to dry and come back. All right, so that's almost dry. It's still a little bit damp, but the last thing that I want to do is I want to take some of this acrylic paint. It's, you can't really see it because of the glare, but it is by Folkart Brush Metal acrylic paint in matte finish, and it's brushed antique gold. Probably just came from Walmart. And I'm just going to dip my paintbrush in. I'm not even going to water it down or anything, and I'm just going to go along the edges of some of these pages with the gold. I hope you can see this. Now when Louisa did hers, she did it on the top and the bottom of the signatures as well. I'm just doing it on the outside edges, just because that's my preference for this journal. And I really am having fun with this journal now that I'm back working on it again. Like I said earlier, I just kind of got in a little creative slump. And sometimes when that happens, I just need to walk away from the project for a little bit. And then just, maybe sometimes it's only a couple hours, but sometimes it's a couple of days. And this time it was a couple of days. I needed, a few days. And then all of a sudden you're inspired again and raring to go. It's hard to balance everything, isn't it? There's housework and other activities and errands to run and all that other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside to dry. Well, actually, I'm going to give a little bit more over here. And then we'll start on the last signature. And then we'll take a look and see how we like it. So this is actually something that you can do if you're just kind of in a little bit of a slump and you don't really know where to start and you don't want to work on a whole journal and you have lots and lots of ephemera. What you can do is just grab a bunch of papers and put them into a signature like this, and then just do the edges of them and set them aside for when you're ready to put them inside a journal. Okay, I think I'm going to take this one with the leaf out. I don't know if I want to get the leaf all colored up. Yeah, I think I'll just take that one out, and I can work on that one separately. I actually think it's better to do this process before you have all your embellishments in. Why did I shake up my water? Okay. Probably better to do it before you have all the embellishments in, and then do the embellishments later, but I didn't. And so it's just going to turn out how it turns out, and I'm going to love the result. Happy accidents, right? We're Bob Rossing all over the place. Okay, start off with walnut stain. And I really would like to just, dribble it in there. That's better. Okay, now vintage photo. I'm just trying to press down on the plunger just the tiniest bit and get it moving a little bit with the water. And I'll add a little bit of this wild honey. Now I'm going to dry for a little bit. Okay, before I put anything else on here, I just wanted to show you some of the beautiful effects of doing it this way and adding water. And especially on this page here, can you see all the green and the orange in there? I mean, can you see that? I'm trying to get it in the light for you. Maybe it doesn't show up as well on the camera, but there's a lot of green in there, and I haven't even put any more green in there yet, or any green at all. So I just love the way the water reacts with the inks and the oxides to produce this beautiful mottled effect here. Here's another one where there's a lot of green, if you can see it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and add the mica stains now, starting with the fresh balsam. Just checking the bottom to make sure that it's shaken up and mixed enough. And like I did on the other ones, I'm just barely pressing down on the nozzle. And this is getting a little bit low, so I have to hold it at a different angle for it to work. Okay, and then the winter frost. It's all shook up. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of water just to get some of this moving. I love the contrast. And if it's too much, you just dab it off with a towel, paper towel. Okay, and then I'm going to dry, I'm going to dry it a little bit and then use the gold paint. Okay, so I've got these all done now, and I'm just going to flip through them, and you can see all the beautiful oxidation here on the edges. You can see the shimmery shine, and you can see where the water seeped through, and then that spreads out the ink, I think, the best. So you do need quite a bit of water in there just to get that that seeping looking effect, I guess, if you want to call it that. I love this page right here. I think that turned out really, really cool, and I don't even mind it on the picture pages. I think that looks really neat. I love this. So this is a super easy technique, one that, you know, if you've got some of the Distress Oxide and spray stain stains that you can work with, then it's great to do that. But if you don't have those and you have watercolors, you can mix up watercolors and do the same thing too. If you have a spray bottle, that makes it easier, but you don't have to have a spray bottle. You can just use a paintbrush and just wet the paper up and then just dab the edges with the paintbrush. I love how this came out. This is a napkin piece that's on here, and then with the different colors, I think it goes really, really well. Same over here, and these are why I chose some of the blues and the rust color from the honey. I wish I had more of the spray stains, but you know, you can only get so much at one time, right? This is beautiful. I love the different blues and the way it mixes with the wild honey and the vintage photo. Just beautiful. And it picks up the colors and some of the other designs that I have. So this, you know, the more I think about it, the more I think it would be so cool just to have some paper that's not embellished at all, just ready to go in a journal. Just, you know, grab some, put it into the shape of a signature, and, you know, sew around it if you want to first. But if not, then just add the colors. And then this way, when you're ready to put it in a signature, I mean, you can just like tuck these away until you're ready to use them. You can have different color palettes and different, you know, how much you put on might be different. You might do some on the top, some on the bottom. But the point being is that when you pull it out and you get ready to embellishment, you're already looking at something that has something on it. It's already got some interest on it. So it takes away that blank page syndrome where it becomes kind of overwhelming. Because I get overwhelmed with a blank page too. But if you've already got something to start with, and in different color tones, you don't have to have them designated necessarily for a specific journal that you're working on. You can pull out some in different color palettes and then make your cover to match. So that's just a thought, and I think that seems like a really great idea. Here's my little peekaboo owl. I love him. I still love him. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this and got some inspiration out of it. And like I said, I will link Louisa Heinzel's video from Junk Journal Art on how she did it. And then, you know, you can take the ideas and run with it and do whatever you want with it. You know, you do you. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Oh, and one other thing. So one more thing, I just wanted to let everybody know that I do have a sale going on in my Etsy shop right now where everything is 20% off through March 31st, 2023. And in that sale is included, here's the Diva junk journal, and I did a flip through on this, and if you'd like to see that, I can put a link down below. And then I've got a package of ephemera. So I have a couple of these actually, and it's just like a random selection of papers, some vintage, some new, and some other things that you might want to use for a junk journal. And then I have one more in my cottage collection. So this, and I do have a flip through of these as well. So just a quick reminder that I do have that sale going on. And like I said, it will be going on through October 31st, 2023. And in the meantime, I'll be continuing to work on this journal as I go through and get this one finished up. I still have some things I want to do in it before I let it fly free. And so anyway, like I said, I hope you got some inspiration, and I hope you'll give this a try. So thank you for joining me, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, and leave me a comment to let me know what you think of this technique, and just to say hi, because I answer all my comments and I really enjoy getting them. So thanks a lot, everybody. The next video, I will be doing the pop-up for this owl journal. Have a great day and happy crafting. Bye-bye.